The breaking news.
Hello everyone and welcome back to All Transfer News. Today we've got the latest updates on our beloved club, Liverpool. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of Liverpool transfer news. Let's get started.
Fabrizio Romano confirms Liverpool in talks to sign amazing forward. Liverpool continue forward hunt as Hugo Ekitike talks progress, with major exits confirmed. Renowned transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has once again confirmed that Liverpool are actively working behind the scenes to sign an exciting new forward, with negotiations still ongoing. The Reds are prioritizing squad upgrades under new sporting director Richard Hughes, with the number 9 position marked as a critical area in need of strengthening under Arne Slot. While the immediate focus remains on recruiting a centre-back to fill the void left by Jarell Quansah, the intention to bring in a forward remains a top objective. Despite lifting the Premier League trophy last season, Liverpool achieved the feat without a recognized center forward leading the line. Players like Mohamed Salah and Cody Gakpo stepped up by contributing goals from wide areas, but the club are now eager to bring in a specialist striker to enhance their attacking firepower long-term. That role no longer appears destined for Darwin Núñez, whose future at Anfield seems to be drawing to a close. Reports suggest it would take an extraordinary turn of events for the Uruguayan to remain at Liverpool beyond this summer. Liverpool are expected to offload Núñez before turning their full attention to acquiring a new forward. And according to Romano, one name firmly on the Merseyside club's radar is Hugo Ekitike. Speaking via his official YouTube channel, Romano offered the latest. Many fans are asking me about Hugo Ekitike, but if you've been following my updates, you'll know Liverpool have been exploring the possibility of signing him. Discussions are ongoing regarding Ekitike potentially joining the squad. Liverpool want to bring in another striker and are currently monitoring the situation with Darwin Núñez, who is in talks with Napoli. While Napoli are working on other options like Lorenzo Luca, they've maintained contact over Núñez. Ekitike continues to be one of the names Liverpool are evaluating. This isn't a transfer that will happen immediately, but he's very much on their list. Patience is needed while the situation unfolds, Romano concluded. A move for Ekitike would represent a bold and forward-thinking addition. At just 23, the French striker already boasts valuable experience and has long been regarded as a standout talent in European football. Liverpool undergo squad overhaul as 7 more players depart. Liverpool's transfer activity this summer hasn't only involved headline arrivals. A significant reshaping of the squad is also underway, with several long-serving players moving on. After already securing high-profile signings including Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong, and Georgi Mamardashvili, the club has now parted ways with a number of youth and fringe players. Among those leaving are names that have been part of Liverpool's academy system for years. Trent Alexander-Arnold headlines the departures, with the right-back completing a surprise switch to Real Madrid for a fee of £8.4 million, an early release from his contract. Koeman Kelleher, another academy product, has made the move to Brentford in a deal worth around £12 million, while Nat Phillips has signed for West Bromwich Albion for $3 million. More players released as contracts expire. Additionally, 7 more players have now officially left after their contracts expired on June 30th. These include goalkeeper Jakub Oczynski, who joined the Reds from Legia Warsaw in 2019. Although he never made a senior appearance, he featured on the bench under Jurgen Klopp and spent time out on loan in multiple countries including Wales, Poland, the Netherlands, Cyprus, and Sweden. Midfielder Dominic Cornès, 22, has also departed after making appearances in friendlies under Klopp. A former England U20 international, Cornès had loan spells at Gillingham and Swiss side Iverdon Sport. He has now signed with Welsh side the New Saints. 2 more goalkeepers, Rhys Truman, 20, and Jacob Poitras, 18, have been released, as have defenders Lee Jonas and Lewis Enahoro Marcus. Jonas, a 20-year-old England U19 international, played regularly at Premier League 2 level. Left-back Harry Evers, 18, has also exited after featuring for the U18s. Pressure mounts to balance the books. After £200 a year spending spree, Liverpool's aggressive transfer activity has seen them spend around £200 million already this window. With the arrivals of Wirtz, Kerkez, Frimpong, and Mamardashvili, the club is now expected to prioritize sales to comply with financial sustainability rules. The imminent departure of Jarell Quansah to Bayer Leverkusen will bring in around £30 million. Other potential exits could include Darwin Núñez, Federico Chiesa, and Tyler Morton, all of whom have been linked with moves away. Harvey Elliott faces uncertain future amidst growing transfer interest. One of the biggest storylines now surrounds
Rashford's return in doubt as Aston Villa decline permanent move. Greenwood resurfaces in Manchester. Marcus Rashford is facing an uncertain and potentially awkward return to Manchester United after Aston Villa opted against turning his loan spell into a permanent transfer this summer. The 27-year-old forward joined Villa on loan for the second half of last season, netting 4 goals before injury brought his campaign to a premature end. Despite occasional flashes of quality, Villa have decided not to trigger the £40 million buy clause included in the agreement, leaving Rashford's future up in the air as the new season looms. Villa's decision also comes amid broader changes at the club, with confirmation that loanees Marco Asensio and Axel Disasi will be returning to Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea respectively. Additionally, veteran keeper Robin Olsen and defender Courtney Hauser have left after their contracts expired. For Rashford, the situation is far more delicate. His departure from Old Trafford in January was seen as a move to create distance from a deteriorating relationship with United manager Ruben Amorim. The two had reportedly clashed during the first half of the campaign, and Rashford was notably left out of the matchday squad that beat Manchester City 2-1 last December. After that omission, his role diminished quickly, ultimately leading to the loan exit. Now, with Villa stepping away from a permanent deal and no other club yet willing to match United's £40 million valuation or even propose a long-term loan, Rashford is staring at a reluctant reunion with a manager who doesn't see him in his plans. Preseason training at Carrington officially begins on Monday, but players are expected to return in phases depending on their international or off-season schedules. Rashford is anticipated to report later next week unless his situation is resolved in the coming days. As it stands, the England international remains outside Amorim's long-term vision for the squad. That has left United's top brass and Rashford's representatives scrambling to find a viable exit route. Should no suitable move materialize, the once highly touted academy graduate may be forced into an uncomfortable return, trying to win over a manager whose faith in him has clearly waned. With the summer transfer window still open, there's time for things to change, but the pressure is mounting. Rashford, once seen as a key figure at United, now finds himself fighting for relevance and a fresh start elsewhere. Mason Greenwood trains in Manchester a year after Old Trafford exit. Meanwhile, another former United forward has been making